Good morning. Today, let's study the last topic of the chapter lines and angles that are very two important properties of triangles which we already have learned in grade 7. Now, the first property is named as angle sum property of triangle, and a theorem based on this angle sum property is given, that is theorem 6.7. The statement of this theorem is the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Given according to the statement, we have been given a triangle PQR whose angles are represented by 1, 2 and 3. That is, angle P is represented as angle 1, angle Q is represented as angle 2 and angle R is represented as angle 3. To prove, we have to prove that sum of all the angles, as a triangle has 3 angles. So we have to prove angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree. According to the statement, let's see the figure. Yes, so figure is, it has been given a triangle PQR where angle P is represented as angle 1, angle Q is represented as angle 2 and angle R is represented as angle 3. Now we do construction further to prove our theorem. So construction is done in this way. Through P, draw a line XY parallel to QR. Let's see our new figure after construction. You can see in the figure, we have drawn a line XY which passes through P and which is parallel to QR. Now, for proof, XPY is a line which we have drawn by construction. Therefore, angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degree. Give it as number 1. Let's see in the figure that this line we have constructed XPY. Now, line means 180 degree. So we get angle 4, this is angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5, that is equal to 180 degree. This we get by linear pair axiom. But XY is parallel to QR and PQ is the transversal. Therefore, angle 4 equal to angle 2 because they are pair of alternate interior angles. Yes, in the figure we can see that we have taken XY parallel to QR. First we are selecting PQ as the transversal. So we get angle 4 equal to angle 2. These are pair of alternate interior angles. Similarly, now we will select further. Again, we will select XY parallel to QR, but this time we will select PR as the transversal. So we will get angle 5 equal to angle 3. Again, these two angles will make a pair of alternate interior angles. Similarly, we get when line XY parallel to QR, and now this time we are selecting PR as the transversal. So we write also XY parallel to QR and PR is the transversal. Therefore, angle 5 equal to angle 3. This is also pair of alternate interior angles. Substituting the value of angle 4 and angle 5 in equation 2, we can see, equation 1, we can see equation 1 is given as angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degree. Now we substitute the value of angle 4 and angle 5, that is we get angle 2 plus angle 1 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree, because angle 4 is nothing but equal to angle 2. Here you can see angle 4 is equal to angle 2. Similarly angle 5 is nothing but equal to angle 3. So in place of angle 5 we have replaced angle 2, and in place of angle 5 we have replaced angle 3. So we write angle 2 plus angle 1 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree. Rearranging the angles in proper way, we get angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree. Hence proved. Very important property which is used very widely. Now the second property of triangle is given as exterior angle property of triangle. This is also given in the form of theorem only, but this theorem only we have to remember the statement. So theorem 6.8, the statement is, if a side of a triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. According to the statement, let us see the figure. Yes, you can see in the figure that it is given if a side of a triangle is produced. We have taken a triangle PQR. We have produced the side QR to S. Yes. Now for the exterior angles also, angle 1, this angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3 are interior angles of the triangle, and angle 4 is the exterior angle of the triangle. So according to the property, it is given an exterior angle of a triangle so formed. So here the exterior angle of triangle PQR is given as angle 4. That is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Now opposite interior means you have to see inside the triangle, and you have to take opposite angles of the given angle. Now this is angle 3 is not the opposite angle, it is called adjacent angles. So opposite angles will be angle 1 and angle 2. So according to the statement, the property we can write it as it, that is angle 4 which is given as exterior angle of the given triangle PQR equal to angle 1 plus angle 2, which are the opposite interior angles. Now let's see some examples on these two properties. Example number 1. In the given figure, if QT is perpendicular to PR, angle TQR equal to 40 degree and angle SPR equal to 30 degree, find X and Y. Let's see the figure. Yes, it is given here, it is given in the question that QT is perpendicular to PR. Further, it is given angle TQR. This is your angle TQR which is given as 40 degree, and angle SPR. This is your angle SPR which is given as 30 degree. We have to find the value of X and Y. For solution, in triangle TQR, let's select first angle TQR. This is your triangle TQR. In this triangle, when we add all the three angles of the given triangle, that is angle T, this is angle T plus angle Q plus angle R, we get it as 180 degree according to the angle sum property. So we write 90 degree plus 40 degree plus X equal to 180 degree. Because angle T is given as 90 degree, because it is Already in the question it is given that QT is perpendicular to PR. So angle T will be 90 degree. Angle Q already it is given in question. Angle TQR equal to 40 degree. Here it is given 40 degree. And X, value of angle R is asked as X. So we have written X. So we write 90 degree plus 40 degree plus X equal to 180 degree. Solving further we get X equal to 180 degree minus 130 degree, because 90 plus 40 is 130, and when we transpose it that side it becomes minus. So 180 degree minus 130 degree equal to 50 degree. Now to find the value of Y, we know that Y equal to angle SPR plus X. Let's see in the figure. Y, this is your angle Y, this is your Y. Now to find Y, we have used angle SPR, because we are not taking this triangle. This triangle is not taken. We are selecting only, we are not taking whole triangle. We are selecting only this triangle SPR. Now according to this, Y is the exterior angle of triangle XPR. So Y will be equal to sum of interior opposite angles, that is angle SPR. This is given as angle SPR plus your this angle that is given as X. So we write Y equal to angle SPR plus X according to exterior angle property. Putting the value of X, we get Y equal to 30 degree, because already angle SPR value is given as 30 degree in the question itself, plus ahead only we have found the value of X, that is 50 degree. So 30 degree plus 50 degree equal to 80 degree. Hence value of X will be 50 degree and value of Y will be 80 degree. Next question. Question number 2. In triangle ABC, angle A equal to 2x minus 5 degree, angle B equal to 5x plus 5 degree, and angle C equal to 3x plus 50 degree. Then find the values of angle A, angle B and angle C. In some questions we don't need the figure, because here directly all the values of angle are given and we have to find the three angles of the triangle. So directly without figure we'll do the solution. So for solution, we know that in triangle ABC, angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degree according to angle sum property. Inserting the values of given three angles, we get 2x minus 5 degree plus 5x plus 5 degree plus 3x plus 50 degree equal to 180 degree. Further solving, we get 10x plus 50 degree equal to 180 degree. That is 10x equal to 180 degree minus 50 degree, that will be equal to 130 degree. Therefore x will be equal to 130 degree divided by 10, that is equal to 13 degree. This is the value of x. Now using the value of x, we will find value of angle A, value of angle B and value of angle C. Hence angle A, which is given as 2x minus 5 degree equal to 2 into 13 degree. 13 degree is the value of x minus 5, that is equal to 26 degree minus 5 degree, that is equal to 21 degree. Angle B equal to 5x plus 5 degree equal to 5 into 13 degree plus 5 degree equal to 65 degree plus 5 degree equal to 70 degree. And angle C equal to 3x plus 50 degree equal to 3 into 13 degree plus 50 degree equal to 39 degree plus 50 degree, that is equal to 89 degree. You can cross check it also that whether your answer is right or not by adding all the three angles, which will give you the sum is 180 degree. That is, when we add 21 degree plus 70 degree plus 89 degree, we get 180 degree. Next, question number 3. In the given figure, find angle X. Let's see the figure. You can see in the figure that some of the measurements of the angles are given and you have to find the value of angle X. Now for solution, in triangle ABC, angle CBD is an exterior angle. First we select triangle A, B and C. When we select this as a triangle, that is ABC as a triangle, we get angle CBD, that is this angle CBD as an exterior angle, that is this angle we will get as, you can measure like this also, this angle is your exterior angle of triangle ABC. So we can write angle CBD equal to angle A plus angle C. According to exterior angle property, we know that sum exterior angle is equal to sum of interior opposite angles. So this is our exterior angle CBD. That will be equal to angle A, which is given as 27 degree, and angle C, which is given as 26 degree. So according to exterior angle property, we write angle CBD equal to angle A plus angle C. Inserting the values of given angles, we get angle CBD equal to 27 degree plus 26 degree, that will be equal to 53 degree. Now we select another triangle, that is in triangle BED. Angle CED is an exterior angle. Let's say angle triangle BED. This is your triangle BED. Your angle CED will be your exterior angle. This will be the exterior angle CED. That is this angle which we have to find as X. This will be the exterior angle of triangle BED. So again, according to the exterior angle property, we will get angle CED. Let's see in the figure. This is your angle CED, which is given as X equal to EBD. This is your angle EBD plus angle EDB. This is your angle EDB, which is given as 45 degree. So we get, according to exterior angle property, angle CED equal to angle EBD plus angle EDB. Now putting the values of the angles, we get angle X, which because CED is given as angle X, equal to 53 degree. Why 53 degree we have written? EBD, it is not given in the figure, EBD is 53 degree. But ahead only we have found out that angle CBD is equal to 53 degree. Now CBD can be again given, this is angle CBD, which can be again given the name of EBD also. So we write angle EBD as 53 degree plus, already we can see in the figure that angle EDB is given as 45 degree. So angle X equal to 53 degree plus 45 degree, that is angle X will be equal to 98 degree. Next, question number 4. In the given figure, QO and RO are the bisectors of Q and R respectively. If angle QPR equal to 75 degree and angle PQR equal to 56 degree, then find the measure of angle ORQ. Yes. Let's see the figure once. According to the question, it is given that in triangle PQR, QO, this is QO, which is the bisector of angle Yeah, you can say only Q we will do. Yeah, you can take angle PQR also, no deal, which is the bisector of PQR. Similarly, RO is the bisector. This is RO, which is the bisector of angle R. Yeah, only you can give a point R, or also you can write angle PRQ. Bisector means it divides the given angle into two equal parts. Also, it has been given that the value of angle QPR is given as 75 degree and value of whole angle PQR, this whole angle is given as 56 degree. We have to find this we have to find this angle, that is angle ORQ. This we have to find. Now for solution, in triangle PQR we have angle P plus angle Q plus angle R equal to 180 degree according to angle sum property, because sum of all the angles of the triangle are 180 degree. Therefore, angle P is given as 75 degree, angle Q is given as 56 degree. R we will find using these two values. So we insert the values, that is 75 degree plus 56 degree plus angle R equal to 180 degree. That implies that angle R equal to 180 degree minus 131 degree, that is equal to 49 degree. But angle OQR is half of angle R. Yes, we can see that ORQ, this is your ORQ, which is half of whole angle R, because it is given in the question that OR is the bisector of R. Means OR divides the angle R into two equal parts. So we write angle ORQ is equal to half of angle R. That is angle ORQ equal to half into 49 degree, because value of angle R is 49 degree, which we have found ahead only. That is equal to 24 and half degree. Half of 49 is 24 and half degree. Next question, that is question number 5. In the adjoining figure, if the bisectors of angle ABC and angle ACB of a triangle ABC meet at a point O, show that angle BOC equal to 90 degree plus half angle A. Yes, let's see the figure once. It is given that OB is the bisector of angle ABC. Similarly, OC is the bisector of angle ACB of triangle ABC. We have to prove that BOC, this angle BOC is equal to 90 degree plus half angle A. We have to prove like this. So for solution, let's see. In triangle ABC, angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degree. According to angle sum property, sum of all the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. We further solve it in this way, that we write angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degree minus angle A. We are transposing angle A on right hand side, so angle A will become minus, and we get angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degree minus angle A. On dividing both sides by 2, we have, now we divide both the sides of the above equation by 2, so we get half of angle B plus half of angle C equal to 90 degree, which is half of 180 degree, minus half of angle A. Now again in triangle BOC, angle OBC plus angle BCO plus angle BOC equal to 180 degree. This is again according to angle sum property. Sum of all the three angles of the given triangle is 180 degree. But we write in place of angle OBC, we write half of angle B, because OB is the bisector of angle ABC. Similarly, in place of angle BCO, we write half of angle C, because OC is the bisector of angle ACB. And angle BOC we write as it is. Let's once see in the figure. Yes, we can see that OBC, this is your OBC. This will be half of whole this angle ABC. Similarly, your angle BCO, this angle, will be again half of angle ACB, because OB is the bisector. OB is the bisector of a whole angle B. Similarly, OC is the bisector of whole angle C. Again I say that bisector is, it divides the given angle into two equal parts. So, in place of OBC, we write half angle B. In place of angle BCO, we write half angle C. BOC as it is equal to 180 degree. Further solving, we get 90 degree minus half angle A plus angle BOC equal to 180 degree. Now this 90 degree minus half angle A we are getting from number 1. This is your number 1. This is your number 1. From this we know that value of half angle B plus half angle C we can take as 90 degree minus half angle A. So in place of half angle B plus half angle C, we write 90 degree minus half angle A plus angle BOC as it is equal to 180 degree. Further solving, we get angle BOC. We transpose the remaining all the terms of left hand side on right hand side. So we get angle BOC equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree plus half angle A. Plus 90 will become minus and minus half angle A will become plus. Further solving, we get angle BOC equal to 90 degree plus half angle A. Hence proved. Please copy all the written work in CW. Thank you.